it's Nero, and today I have another reaction video for you, guys and girls. Okay, so this one is called Women Reveal the Things They Find Most Confusing About Men, which is ironic considering usually it's the men who find women confusing about pretty much anything. And, yeah, let's just dive on in.
Women, what do you find most confusing about men?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
How little they know about their friends. My husband was friends with a guy for years and didn't know how old he was.
Okay, so yeah. Generally, we don't really ask questions like, how old are you, or where'd you come from, and if we do, it's just because we were talking about some other random thing and it just pops into our head. Although sometimes we just forget, that can happen. Oftentimes, I forget that my little brother is... Wait, how old is he? Okay, I think he's 9. Or, no, he's 10. He's 10 this year because he was born 2009 on February 6th. Okay, so he's 10. See, I just forgot how old my little brother was. I also frequently forget what grade he's in. I don't know, it's kind of weird seeing him get older because I'm used to just seeing him like in 2nd or 3rd grade. Oof. Okay, next one.
Scrolls through channels on TV, sees movie, does not know when it started, has zero context about the plot, watches the rest of the movie anyway.
I mean, yeah, I have to admit, I've done that several times before. I mean, I'm just bored, and if I find something that's remotely intriguing, I'm likely gonna watch it. Even if I have no idea how it started. I mean, I don't know, we just have... Our attention spans are just kinda latch onto this thing and stay until the end, even if you didn't read the beginning. Although, generally, I do like to watch from the beginning, but
Why are guys so apprehensive about receiving gifts? Buddy, I found a cool pair of socks that looks like a shark is eating your foot, and I paid next to nothing for it. Why do you have to act like you now have to pay for my college tuition? Can I not just gift guys things for fun?
I mean, if you gift a guy something, then they're gonna feel like they're indebted to you. I mean, I can't explain that. I mean, yes, we can receive things, but, we feel like we have to compensate you somehow for going out of your way to do that. Especially if we didn't ask you. Or at least the nice guys do that. I'm not sure what everyone else does.
How they make friends with everyone. Seriously, I was at work and saw two guys get in a massive screaming match, almost fighting. I grabbed security, and when we go to check it, the two guys are standing and laughing. They weren't even friends. They didn't know each other before that night, and suddenly they're best buds.
Well, that's kind of the thing about guys. Like, I can't explain it myself, but it's happened multiple times that I just scroll through YouTube and I go through a comment section and see two people fighting. I'm like, what the fuck, stop. And then I get dragged into the argument and then I break it up. Like, well, I don't break it up, I just kind of, make it die down. And sometimes the people, respond. Continuously. Now some of them are my friends on Discord. Or through a similar process, I don't know. Yeah, that's the weird thing. I can't understand it 100% myself, since I'm not really one for arguing or screaming. I mean, when I do, I get into it, but generally, no. Calm boy.
How I can tell my husband where something is, and he can look right at it and say, with certainty, it's not there.
Okay, that... I don't know why that is. Like, it's happened multiple times that my mom asks me to look for something, and then I go to where she told me to look. I tell her I can't find it. She goes to look for it herself. She finds it. I still question how that works.
Shaves, did you clean the sink? Yep. Looks and sink one.
Okay, I don't shave, so I can't tell you that, and I haven't seen my dad shave, so I can't really tell you that either. I mean, I know he shaves, I just don't see him do it. Like, why would I stand around waiting for my dad to shave, though? I mean, eventually I might have to start shaving. Actually, interesting fact, I have a little mustache going on. I mean, it's visible now. It's like thin, but it's visible. And I really want nothing to do with a mustache. So I asked my mom if I could shave it off, but then she tells me that if I shave it off right now while it's thin, it'll grow back really thick. And believe me, I do not want a mustache, especially if it's thick. So I'm just gonna have to wait, I guess, or just leave it that way. As long as it doesn't get in the way of me eating my food, I'm fine.
That guys can go from fighting and beating each other up to suddenly being back to friends. Are you guys really friends? Is it just taking frustration out on each other? What is it, and how?
Well, yeah, that's another thing. So let's see. Oh yeah, one time I got into, well, not one, several times I get into arguments with some of my friends. Well, this is happening before, so yeah, this was like when I was 10, 9-ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, we would get into arguments, sure, next day we're completely fine. That's the thing about, I don't know why that works, it's just, with guys, if you get into an argument, few minutes later, nothing ever happened. And we're back to being just laughing it off. I love how that happens, but yeah, sometimes I question it. But then I stop questioning it. I stop questioning because then I realize, you know what? Never mind. I'm satisfied with this. I'm fine. It's good.
Why is it that, if I send you a message that has 3+ parts, you only respond to the least important part? If I'm like, hey, I saw our mutual friend while running errands. Let me know what you want for dinner, I'm about to go pick it up. And did you take out the trash? I get a response that says, oh yeah, Dave, haven't seen him in a while.
I mean, that might possibly be because we just want to do the thing that takes the least effort. Or that's what I would say. I'm not sure about everyone else. I don't know. I'm also a lazy boy. It's probably why I'm suffering in school so much right now.
Those handshakes you do, how do you coordinate it? It baffles me.
Well, yeah, I've done secret handshakes with my friends before. And yeah, it takes a little bit at first, but you just get used to it. I can't explain how we do it. It just kind of happens. And yeah, that's the best I can give you because it's been a really long while since I've done a secret handshake. Yeah, I can't remember when, but I think it was somewhere around that. Wait, actually, it hasn't been that long. And I just forgot that we do secret handshakes and stuff. Like, what's wrong with me? Okay.
Uses my expensive shampoo to wash his whole body when there is a bar of soap right there.
It's because women's shampoo is so good. I mean, back when I was, well, not when I was, back when my direct family was living with one of my aunts, because, for the longest time we didn't have our home of our own. Like, the first house we had was apparently somewhere in India, but I don't remember it at all, so I don't consider it my first house. They moved out because they was apparently haunted, and the ghosts would go after my mom when my dad left, and I was just a baby back then, and that just really, 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 really worried her. So eventually they left. I think there's still some videos about when we lived there. I don't know, I have to ask my dad. Okay, so then we went to Thermal, and there's a trailer park somewhere there. And that's the first place I can remember, so I call it my home. My original hometown. And then, in the summer of first grade, I moved to Turlock, which is about 7 hours away from where I currently live. And that's actually the first place I saw snow. In Turlock, it does get cold enough to snow, by the way. And then in the summer of second grade, we moved to Mecca, California. And then that's where I stayed from before third grade to the end of 10th grade. And then after 11th grade, we moved to an area that's close by. I won't give you the exact name because one of my friends watches my videos and I don't need him to know where I live. Well, technically he knows where I live, he doesn't know the address. Okay, might as well tell you. I live in North Shore. Now. And it's been that way since the summer of 10th grade. Mm, wait, what was I talking about? Wait, what the hell was I talking about? Um, 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 uh, oh god damn it, I forgot. Oh my god. Okay, let's just move on.
Some of the guys I know turn in completely different people when around their friends. I've seen women do it as well, but never that big of a 180 as the men I know.
Okay, technically speaking, around our friends, we are ourselves. Or I'm myself around my friends. I don't know about other guys. But then when I'm around girls or just people that I don't know, I'm a little more behaved, soft spoken, less prone to cursing, unless I hear them curse, and I just curse whenever I feel like it. Nothing too, nothing too big though. Yeah, it's because we try to be well behaved when we're around people who aren't our friends. Because with our friends we can just joke and, well, we know that the other person is joking. Okay, next one.
They will throw their clothing on the floor next to the hamper when there is a perfectly good hamper right next to them. Baffling.
Okay, I'm not that kind of person, so I can't speak for this kind of person, but my brother, on the other hand, he leaves his clothes on the bed, on the floor, next to the closet, which is where our hampers are. And I'm always reprimanding him because literally just open the closet and put the clothes in. It's not hard. Like, come on, you can't tell me that you're incapable of opening a sliding door, lifting the lid off of your tiny ass hamper, and putting the clothes in. That's baffling for me too. I don't understand that. So I can't answer that.
Apparently men can go into mental neutral and not think about anything. If this is true, how the does that even work? Also, hands in pants when watching TV/relaxing. Don't get it.
Okay, the first part. It's not that we go mental neutral, it's that just that we start thinking about random stuff and it leads to more random stuff and that prolongs our just... I don't know what to call that. I just call it spacing out because that's basically what it is. It's different from daydreaming because it just randomly happens. Like, we can't control that, it just happens. And for the second part, if you don't know why we have our hands in our pants, well then either you're not old enough or you haven't you're not old enough. And I'm not going to be the one to explain it to you because I don't feel comfortable telling someone why guys put their hands in their pants. It feels comfortable, but I won't tell you why.
What is up with having friends that give you and attitude and it's all good? It's like you all like to torment each other and laugh about it. Not all men, just the ones I know.
I mean, we know that we're joking with each other. And yes, we could, like, someone could just be walking by and see us just, doing that, and they're gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? But no, we're just joking around with each other. Like, I don't know how it works either. I just know that system works. Like, we just have a good laugh at each other's expense, but we know that we're not serious. I mean, it's all in good spirit, generally.
What's the deal with guys not wanting to use lotion or chapstick? Every guy I've dated thus far has denied my offer for lotion or chapstick when they complain about having chapped lips and dry skin.
Actually, I can't relate to that because, I don't like the feeling of dry hands or elbows, and I especially don't like the feeling of dry lips. And nor do I like the ring that shows up around your lips when you lick them too much. I really don't like that, so I do wear chapstick and lotion. I can't answer this.
Your nipples. Do you want me to play with them or not?
No, please don't touch my nipples. I mean, if we're dating, and I know you very well, and I know that it won't go somewhere that might end up with an extra responsibility, then maybe you can play with my nipples. But no, just generally don't touch a guy's nipples.
Whether or not they are into a woman, Swear to God, one day they can display evidence of attraction, then the next it's like a switch went off, and they want nothing to do with you. I've realized over the years sometimes it's just a bad day for them, and not about me at all. However, I still can't read them lol.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, some is. I mean, both genders have those days where one day they're interested in one thing and the next nothing. That happens to me too, so I can't tell you why. Well, I should be able to tell you why, but I can't. And what was the second thing? Wait, what was the second thing? I'm not gonna go back.
I can't answer for all men, but I can answer for myself, and some others I've spoken to. The S-tier is a safe haven, a place where no one can bother you, and you're in your own zone. You know when you go to poop, you're gonna have 10 over 15 minutes, maybe longer, to do whatever you want without distraction. Wanna read a chapter without being asked to do something? Toilet. Wanna scroll Reddit without being asked to do something? Toilet. Wanna take a break at work without being called a lazy bugger? Toilet. The toilet is a universal sign of leave me the F alone, I'm trying to have peace and quiet.
Oh yeah, I can definitely agree with this. Cause generally when you go to the toilet, nobody says anything because it's a place where you go to take care of business, and people generally leave you alone when you're taking care of business. Unless they knock on the door loudly and say they want to take care of business. I'm like, F off, I'm doing stuff. Not necessarily stuff that's age appropriate.
In Dutch, guys call each other pig, which in English means dick,
Huh?
but they say it in a friendly way, because they are mates. Why call each other pig?
Because it's funny and we're joking, and I don't know, it's just a way of saying. It's just another way of saying friend, basically. Like, if you're not saying it in a mean tone, then yeah, it's friendly.
My wife says she never understood how my friend walks into the apartment and goes straight to the kitchen and grabs stuff to eat/drink, like it's his own home. On top of it, I don't give a f. She says she could never do with her girlfriends.
And I can't understand that because I'm still living with my parents and I don't invite friends over, so yeah, good luck finding that out.
Their skin is crusty and breaking out, but refuse to use skincare products like facial masks to fix it, because they find it too feminine. Like buddy, everyone has skin, it's no big deal using these products.
No, I can't say the same because, I don't have a massive outbreak right now. I mean, it's still there, but you can barely notice it. Although, yeah, at one point I did use a face mask because, seriously, those black dots were so annoying, I just wanted them to go away. And currently, I'm doing a thing where, in the shower, I wash my face with a special soap, and when I get out, I put on a special lotion so that it doesn't, get dry. Because the thing about products to get rid of acne is that they leave your skin really dry. And in response, your skin makes oil, which in turn makes you want to use more of the it's just a massive cycle, and the lotion helps offset that.
I haven't noticed this with girls, but I have noticed that my husband will just stare out into space with severe concentration, and I'll be like, what's wrong, babe? And he will say something like, if all of our pets attacked me at once, do you think I could fight them off? I've seen other guys do this too. It's just so fascinating. We have a medium pet mix, a small chihuahua mix, 2 ferrets and a hamster. So the answer was probably yes. Unless he was asleep, then maybe the medium dog could best him.
Yeah, that's another thing. We just kind of focus on whatever we're thinking about and forget about everything else. Also unanswerable, I'm sorry, ask someone else.
A guy asked my friend for her number. He never called. Something similar happened to me. Why even bother getting someone's phone number?
Because what if you need it one day? I mean, you never know. I mean, you could just one day be assaulted in your own home, or you could just be out buying something and somebody goes up to you and I don't know, just tries to steal you or something. You never know. It's better to be prepared.
Hey, I don't want an egg, but can you take out of the trash? Him, yep, me, sees trash there next day. Advice for
Yeah, we just forget I mean, it happens to me too. I say I'm gonna do something, but then I get distracted by something else and I just forget to do it. I swear it's not because of my laziness, I just forget. I mean, sometimes it is lazy, but you know.
If you find something confusing, ask them. Whether he's a co-worker, friend or more importantly, boyfriend. Guys don't mind explaining why they did things. We have a reason. It may be a dumb reason, but it's dictated by a train of thought. We also prefer girls to be direct, rather than cloak and dagger. The more we know about each other, the easier things are. Likewise, if a guy asks you why you did something, we always interested in brushing up on any sort of girl logic at any given opportunity. How they can...
I don't understand that. So, no comment, I guess?
Think about nothing. My Brian thinks of 5 million things 24/7, and I wish I knew the secret to turning it off.
It just kind of happens. I can't tell you how. I mean, it has happened one or a few times. My brain just blanks out. I can't explain that. I just know it feels really awesome.
Why they are
It's
only
like tripping
into me
without tripping.
when I'm completely indifferent to them, and are 0% into me when I actually like them.
We find obliviousness to be very attractive. And when the opposite happens, it's like, I don't know, it's not the same.
How they absolutely refuse to ask for help. Back when we had no smartphones, we were trying to find my friend's street, and this guy I was walk aimlessly for 30 minutes before I had enough and had to ask someone for directions. Man,
I don't know. It's like we all have a case of Vegeta, and we have pride, and we refuse to damage that pride by asking for help. I mean, I refuse to ask for help, so I can kind of relate to that.
talking golf to friends. I was on the third hole. My second shot. My ball was in the second cut, about 6 feet from that big oak tree, and about 3 feet from that big root that looks like a skinny sheik. I used my 3-wood and hit the perfect shot, landing just 2 feet from the pin. Wife, can you pick up third child from school today? Man, what school does he go to?
I can't answer that because I don't have a child.
Why men rarely ask for further detail. Husband and friend make plans to have a games night, starting 5 p.m. at friend's place. That's all the info covered. Should we bring any games? It is at dinner time. Are we eating there? Are we meant to bring food? How many people are we feeding? Who is going to be there? Nothing. He knows nothing.
I mean, asking for further details is a real hassle, and generally we just like to stay away from hassles. I guess.
Why do you spit on the ground? I've never seen a single woman do this.
Okay, that's another thing. Like, I do see a lot of guys in my community spitting on the ground. And I also ask myself that question, like, why? I mean, just does it do something for you? But then one time I got really tired when I was doing something. I think I was running around. It was a party game. Afterwards, I was exhausted. Like, I was literally panting. Like, yeah, it was that physically straining. And then afterwards, my mouth just started making a lot of spit. So I spit it out. I think that's why, but, like, that was just a very specific situation. Other guys just do it whenever. I don't know why. I've never understood that. Although, maybe you should ask my brother. He occasionally does it.
Why they persist once you say you aren't interested or are married. I make a point of showing my wedding ring. What?
I respect women who say no, so I can't answer.
Why? Even if you barely talk to them, they can't remember anything you said. Not a woman.
I mean, we don't generally remember anything we don't think is important. So, sorry if you accidentally end up forgotten.
But I can't understand why so many men don't wear sunscreen. Stop trying to throw hands with the sun. You're not going to win.
Okay, speaking of sunscreen, so, let's see, not last year, the year before last year, the year before last year, during the summer, my family went to Mexico, right? And then we went to Coma, which is where my dad is from. And there's like a beach nearby. And then we went there, and I don't know why, but my dumbass forgot to wear sunscreen. Like, it was fine at first, but then when we were leaving, I noticed that it hurt whenever I tried to move like, any part of my skin. Then I realized it was kind of red, and then that's when it hit me. I had a fucking sunburn. And it didn't help that the sunburn was still faintly noticeable when we got back to school after that summer. I mean, no one asked about it because literally no one cares, but it bothered me. So, yeah, I do recommend wearing sunscreen, and I can't answer why men wouldn't wear sunscreen.
Why are guys so apprehensive about getting feminine products for their daughter, wife, girlfriend, ECT?
I don't know. I mean, the 3 girlfriends I've had, I wouldn't consider serious. Because all of them were, like, from during elementary, so, like, nothing serious. I mean, the second one... Wait, no, the third one, I liked her a lot. We'd probably still be together if she didn't move away. Sometimes I cry because I miss her a lot.
Come over every day, want to hold my hand, touch me, kiss me, dance in the kitchen together, while cooking our dinner, tell me your secrets and dreams, have passionate ex, but claim you don't have any feelings for me.
I don't understand that, I swear.
A refusal to see a doctor, even if they have the means. Your leg has fallen off. 'Tis but a scratch.
The fuck? I can't get that either. I mean, if it's just something small that I think is gonna go away soon, I'll generally keep quiet about it. I mean, usually it is. It's just like a cold or sore throat or headache or something like that. If it gets unbearable, then I ask for some medicine. Other than that, I just stay quiet because I don't really feel like talking about it.
I know my GF is mind baffled by this, but when she is pissed and having a terrible day, she wants me to distract her and talk to her and be there for her. When I'm mad and or upset, I like to be alone and distracted. I don't want to talk about it because it reminds me of the issue and I can't move on from it. I just want to play basketball or video games. I want to be left alone.
Yeah, when I'm upset about something, I like to be by myself. I mean, sure, maybe I'll be on Discord talking to people about it, but I generally like the room to be empty so that no one else can see me and just directly ask me. I don't know. It's just talking about problems kind of reminds us of the problems, and we don't like to think of the problems.
How men and their male friends don't really talk about anything important going on in their lives with one another. They will go through the worst heartbreak of their lives and not say anything about it. They don't communicate about major life events or ask each other deep questions. Only always talking about surface level like music or fishing, and it baffles me.
Generally, we just don't like to talk about it. Because, I mean, I already said that. We don't like to think of the problems because the problems make us feel very sad. And talking about them reminds us of the problems, and we want to avoid things that make us sad. And surface level talk definitely helps hide that. I guess.
Why don't you like flowers? They are nice and pretty and make the room smell nice. I want to buy flowers for all my loved ones, but men don't seem to give a shit about flowers.
Okay, I like flowers, it's just that they're a really big hassle to take care of. And if they're not accustomed to the climate you're living in, then generally they die off really quickly. So if you live in a desert, please don't buy some water-reliant plants. Buy fucking cactuses. They do the same thing and they're pretty as hell and they'll live for a really long time. Also, there's just something about rocks, you know? And the ground, and spiny leaves. Let's just keep going.
How insults can actually be jokes, and why sports are so fascinating.
Insults are jokes because we know that we're not serious, but I don't see the fascination in sports. Probably because I'm an introvert.
Fake talk.
Oh wait, but I do like dodgeball, by the way.
Are you breaking up with me? Are you asking for a future? Make up your damn mind, and don't be afraid to hurt my feelings. Or be honest, is it exclusive, or would it be weird if I went on a date with someone else? Dude, tell me where you're at.
I mean, some people I know like to beat around the bush, and some of them like to be direct. Can't explain that.
How they say exactly what they mean. What kind of game is that?
How is it a game where we just say what's on our mind, and that's end of the story, you know? I don't like when people play mind games with me. Especially in games and like in Smash. No, that's freaking annoying. Ugh, makes me more determined to smash them. And that sounded wrong. Let's move on.
How they feel the need to be secretive. Even if it's no big deal, they often feel the need to seem like they are cool and mysterious.
It's not because I want to seem cool and mysterious, okay? It's just not important enough to talk about. Like, and I don't know, some random thing that just popped in. It's not important enough to talk about, so we don't talk about it. Although I don't know why it would make you seem mysterious or cool. But that's just me.
Based on my dating experience and my guy friends, I feel like guys don't typically wear lip chaps / lip balms when they are single. Why wouldn't you want nice non-chapped lips on a regular basis? Same thing with skincare / moisturizer. I know a lot of guys have moisturizer at home, but why not use it regularly? TLDR, I'm confused by single guys walking around with dry lips and dry skin.
I already answered this question.
I don't understand how guys can get so comfortable with each other. I'm in my late 20s, and I still see that women are catty towards each other. Guys are genuinely nice to each other. How does that happen?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I just feel uncomfortable around people in general, so can't answer that.
Why are so many of you so into cars? I just don't get it. You don't need to go 0 to 100 in 3 seconds when you live in the suburbs. Actually, no one who isn't a race driver needs to go that fast. Also kinda odd how you can be in the middle of a conversation and get distracted like, yeah, work was okay, and I had this really big OMG looking Lamborghini presentation, but I think it went okay.
Yeah, I'm like that. I could be in the middle of something, and then I would just spot a butterfly looking like out the window, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, butterfly!" And I'd go back to conversation. It's because butterflies are so rare out here in the desert. I mean, the only ones we see are monarch butterflies, and they don't stay here for long because they're migrating.
My confrontation for them is so damn hard sometimes. I was friends with a guy for years and we played video games nearly every night. Nothing had changed, and he just would not answer me. I did not spam him. Gave him space for a month. Asked if he was okay. Went on to play games with other people, and never responded to me. Like, just say it. Why is that so hard?
I don't know why. We don't. I mean, some guys love confrontation, and other ones just want to stay as far away as they can. Okay, that's all of them. This was interesting. I didn't think all those things would be so confusing to women. Now all we need to do is find men reveal the things they find most confusing about women. I swear, all those comments are gonna be everything. I can already read it. Oh hey, 30 minutes.